Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yay! Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. Helga says yes. Thank you, Helga. Let's see. Carlos says yes. Howdy, Carlos. Carlos, the green team, the representative. Kadeen says yes. Thank you, Kadeen. Charge Vitamin says yes. Thank you, Charge. Mercy says yes. Thank you, Mercy. Okay, you guys can see me. You can hear me. That means everything is how it should be. Angela says yes. Thank you, Angela. And as you know, we always start our class with a toast. Whatever you're drinking, pick it up. I have, of course, hot black coffee, and we will have 2 toasts. Yes, 2 toasts. Our first toast is for the green team. You see them. Their names are in green. Carlos is here. He's on the green team. They support me. They support the channel financially. So let's give the green team a big thank you. Here we go. Cheers. If you don't have a beverage, we can fist bump, bump, cheers, bump, cheers. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Our second toast, it is for you. Yes, for you. Because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Okay, good, good, good. And before I tell you about today's lesson plan, I want to say I'm sorry for being late today. I didn't get everything done on time, so I couldn't get everything done on time, so I had to start later than usual, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's talk about today's lesson plan. Here it is on this sheet of paper, and we are comparing. We're doing a lot of comparisons today. First, we're going to compare idioms. We're going to compare 2 idioms. There's a worksheet for that. After that, we are comparing grammar pairs, And after that, we have a video dictation. So I hope you are ready to practice with me and in the chat. By practicing in the chat, by participating in the chat, you are helping yourself and you're helping others at the same time because we learn by example. So please write your sentences, practice, help yourself, help others in the chat. And by doing that, if you want to participate in the chat, if you want to practice with us in the chat, you need to be a subscriber. I do that to keep the bots out, to keep the spamming out. So we have a fun and safe place to practice our English together. So if you want to enter the chat, if you want to help yourself and help others, please subscribe to my channel. And I do that where only subscribers can enter the chat. That way we keep bots out and we keep spamming out. So we have a safe and fun place to practice our English together. Okay, Julia is here, good. Okay, so Katie's here too. Hi, Katie. Okay, great, great, great. And I see some hearts in the chat. Thank you for that. Some shooting hearts, I appreciate that. Okay, great. All right, so our first activity, Nelson. Hello, Nelson. Our first activity is comparing idioms, and we are going to compare on thin ice with skating on thin ice. On thin ice, skating on thin ice. Alrighty, here on the board, there's also a worksheet. So we're going to be practicing these two idioms using a worksheet. So let me first write them on the whiteboard here. You will see them here. So this is our first activity, and we're comparing idioms. And the two idioms are on thin ice and skating on thin ice. Okay, so the difference here is, so for example, on thin ice, you're like in a risky situation. In a risky situation, oh, can you see? Okay, you got it right here. So risky situation. So for example, Bob at work is late again. Bob at work is late again. He's on thin ice with the boss, right? So he's in a risky situation. If he keeps being late, maybe he'll get fired, right? So it's a risky situation. Bob is on thin ice. He has been late a lot lately, all right? So risky situation. Skating on thin ice, actively doing something risky. Actively doing something risky. Okay, so actively doing something risky. For example, lying to his wife. Bob is lying to his wife. So he's skating on thin ice. He has been lying to his wife, and he's actively doing something risky, right? So he is continuing lying to his wife. So he's skating on thin ice. If she finds out, he will be in big trouble. So he is actively lying to his wife. He is actively doing risky things. And so he's skating on thin ice. All right, so let's check out a worksheet. We have example sentences and activities for you to do. So let's open up the worksheet here and let's have a look. Let's practice these two idioms. Okay, there's the worksheet. It's too small. We got to make it larger. Here we go. Let's make it larger. Okay, comparing idioms on thin ice versus skating on thin ice. Let me make it a little bit larger. There's some text up here. Let's read. Okay, on thin ice, in a risky or dangerous situation where one mistake could cause serious trouble, and skating on thin ice, actively doing something risky or continuing to take chances. So for example, number one, after showing up late again, he's on thin ice with his boss. Late one more time could cause serious trouble. And then our second example, he's skating on thin ice by lying to his parents again, actively lying to his parents. And here we have how we use it, right? Hold on, let me make it a little bit smaller now. And here I have a picture here. So comparing idioms on thin ice, right? He's standing on the ice, right? one wrong move, he can fall into the frozen lake, right? So he's standing. Where we're skating on thin ice, he is actively doing that activity, right? And so if he keeps doing that activity, he can fall through the ice, right? And so, for example, on thin ice, it's a risky position, right? So the man is standing on the thin ice, right? So it's risky, and it's passive, mostly passive. Like if he's late, it's going to happen to him, right? So when you're passive, right, the object happens to the subject, right? So for example, that picture of the man standing on the ice, right? So if he keeps standing there, he's going to fall through the ice. And so it will happen to him. So if he just keeps standing there, passively, it's going to happen to him. And so, so on thin ice, it's a thing's going to happen to you. So if you're late, you don't know what's going to happen, right? So if you're late to work all the time, you don't know what's going to happen. So you could get fired. You could get yelled at. You could get demoted, right? So it's going to happen to you, right? So you're not caught. Well, you're late, but the result, you don't know what the results will be, right? You're not sure what the results will be. And the tone is serious. It's a warning, right? If you're late again, you know, you're on thin ice, Mr. Smith. If this continues, you will be fired. Mr. Smith, you are on thin ice. If you are continually being late, you will lose your office, right? For example. So it's a serious warning, for example. And then skating on thin ice, risky behavior, right? So the other picture, the man skating on thin ice, right? He's got his ice skates and he's having fun, right? Skating on the thin ice. But if he continues, right, he's doing risky behavior. There's maybe a sign, no skating, right? Because it's dangerous. There's a reason there's a sign, no skating on this frozen lake, right? Because it's dangerous, the ice is thin. There's a good chance you're going to fall into the frozen lake, and you don't want to do that. That's bad news, right? So it's a risky behavior. It's active, right? He's doing it. Wow, that's dangerous. Like, stop, you shouldn't do that, right? He's doing it. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm okay. No worries for me. I've done it before. It's okay. I have everything under control. Really? You have everything under control? It doesn't look that way. So it's active. And the tone, right? So tone is voice, right? So like the first one where the boss had a serious tone, right? Like a warning tone. And the way he talks, the way he uses his voice. Mr. Smith, you are on thin ice around here. It's the tone is stern, the tone is strict, the tone is a warning like, okay? And then bold, natural. Okay? So like, oh my God, don't skate on that lake. Oh no, don't do that, right? It's kind of natural because, oh, I see danger, right? So I'm telling I'm telling the person who is skating on the thin ice, oh, I can't believe you're skating there. There's a sign. You're going to fall, right? I don't want you to fall. If you fall, then I'm going to have to help you, right? And so it's a natural tone. Like, oh my God, what are you doing? That's dangerous, right? And I'm saying that out of the situation at hand, right? I'm saying it naturally because I see danger. I see you are doing something dangerous. And so I'm worried for you. And also, I'm going to be involved in that. And I don't want to have to jump in and try to save your life. I don't want to see you get hurt, right? So I'm speaking in a natural tone, but I'm upset. Like, oh, I can't believe you are doing that. Right? So it's bold, natural. So that's the tone, that's the voice. That's how you are talking in this situation. Okay, and here we have finish the sentence. Okay, so she already has 2 warnings. If she messes up again, so which idiom are you going to use? So which idiom are you going to use in these sentences? Are you going to use on thin ice, or are you going to use skating on thin ice? Okay, so in the chat, finish the sentence. Which idiom are you going to use? Oops. Where is it? Okay, there we go. So oh, thanks, Carlos. Okay, so 1, she already has 2 warnings. If she messes up again, yeah, I agree with Helga. Okay, good, Angela. Now, see, this is good. So, Angela says, I'm getting it, right? So it's not, right? The reason for examples, right? What I always say in the chat, right? By the more examples there are, the better people can understand, because it's not just a switch on and off. Like, oh, I don't understand. I understand, right? It's kind of a slow process, right? So the more examples you see, then you're able to understand better. Okay, it's kind of like fading in, right? Like, okay, I'm not sure. Oh, okay, I'm understanding more. I'm getting it. Yeah, okay, yep, I think I know. Yep, okay, I'm pretty sure I understand. And then you could write your own sentence. So I like how Angela says, I'm getting it, right? So it's a process. It takes lots of examples, and the more examples you have, the clearer idea you can have, right? So like, first you have to be able to see the meaning in your head, right? If you can see the differences, okay, this is when I use on thin ice, this is when I can use skating on thin ice, right? So it's a process. It's a gradual process. So that's great. Angela says, I'm getting it, right? So it's a process. Okay, so number 1, I would say on thin ice. She already has 2 warnings. So it's more passive than actual doing like the activity. So she already has 2 warnings. If she messes up again, she's on thin ice. Yeah, charge. So number 1, I would say, again, okay, these 2 are very close, right? So if you say skating on thin ice or on thin ice, they both are very similar, but I just want you to see maybe a little difference of the 2, where I think passive is a good explanation for this on thin ice, right? So if you do it, this is going to happen to you, right? If you do it. And so like our first sentence, she already has 2 warnings. She is on thin ice, right? So she already has 2 warnings. And so she's not really like doing actively, right? In the past, she was late, right? Last week, she was late. 2 days ago, she was late. And today she's on time, but if it happens again, she can get fired, right? So she's on thin ice. She's standing on that ice, right? And she could fall into the frozen lake, right? She's standing there and it could happen to her. Where the person skating, right? They are actively doing it, right? So the skating on ice, he's actively skating, right? He's doing the action, he's moving around, and so he's skating on thin ice. Where the first picture on thin ice, he's standing there and he could fall through the ice. He could. Where the second picture, he's skating, he's in trouble, right? Stop doing that, but he's not stopping. Okay, now number 2 here, you're by ignoring the safety rules. Let's see. Yeah, Carlos, good. So Carlos says skating on thin ice. You're skating on thin ice by ignoring the rules. So I agree with Carlos. Number 2 is skating on thin ice because the person is ignoring the rules. So that means they're actively doing it, right? So ignoring the rules. So maybe in your office, you can't talk on the telephone, right? So at work, you're not allowed to use your own smartphone, or you're not allowed to smoke in the office, or you're not allowed to drink beer in the office. Whatever, you know, whatever the rules are in your office at your job, but the person is doing it, right? It's like if you keep ignoring those rules, you're going to be fired. You're skating on thin ice. You're actively breaking the rules, right? So I would say number 2, you're skating on thin ice by ignoring the safety rules. 3, I know I'm, so I'll keep quiet today. I know I'm, so I'll keep quiet today. Yeah, Katie, I agree. Yeah, Carlos, so I would say on thin ice. I know I'm on thin ice, so I'll keep quiet today, right? So I'm not going to, number 3, I'm on thin ice. I'm not going to actively break the rules. I know in the past, I broke those rules. I know in the past, you know, I wasn't good. I know in the past, I was late a lot. So everyone's watching me. The boss is watching me, right? So I have to be careful. So I'm on thin ice. The boss is watching. The manager is watching. So they're ready for me to break the rules again. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to not, you know, I don't want to fall in. So I'm going to be quiet and do my job quietly. I don't want to be in trouble anymore. So I know I'm on thin ice, so I have to be careful. Number 4, he keeps joking during serious meetings. He keeps joking during serious meetings. Yeah, good, Carlos. Yep, and he's skating on thin ice. That's right. So during the meeting, he's joking during the meeting. So those are all the ing verbs, right? So joking, meetings, during. So he's continuing making during the meet. You know, maybe they have meetings every morning. Every morning at the beginning of work, they have meetings, and he's always joking. So he's continuing doing it, right? So he's skating. So the boss is going, Mr. Smith, stop joking. Or the coworkers, we're trying to concentrate, man. we're trying to listen. We're trying to be serious here, but you keep joking. So you keep making jokes. We're trying to be serious here. So he's continuing and he's skating on thin ice. Okay, good. Yep. And we have a example sent or a conversation here. I heard you argued with the manager again. Yeah, I think I'm on thin ice. No kidding. And if you keep complaining, you're skating on it. Okay, so skating on thin ice. I heard you argued with the manager again. Yeah, I'm on thin ice. Or, yeah, I think I'm on thin ice. No kidding. If you keep complaining, you're skating on it, meaning thin ice, right? So he's on thin ice with the manager, but if he keeps doing it, keeps complaining, he will. So he is skating on thin ice. Okay, so skating is actively. Right, so I think these are right. So for on thin ice, it's more passive, and skating, that's active. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, I'm looking at the clock. We got to change activities. I didn't have time yet to put the worksheet on Patreon, but I will. As soon as we finish today's class, I'm putting all the worksheets you see today on my Patreon. I didn't have time this morning to upload the worksheets on my Patreon. I will do it after class today, but if you want this worksheet, go to my Patreon, support me there so I can support you here. Support me there so I can support you here. Okay, so as soon as we finish today, the worksheets will be on my Patreon. Okay, so let's go to our next activity. And if you have questions about it, or if you want to keep practicing using on thin ice, skating on thin ice, go ahead. But because of the time, I have to go to our next activity. And we're comparing, again, we're doing more comparisons, and we're comparing past simple with the present perfect. Past simple with the present perfect. I'm calling this series grammar pairs, comparing grammar pairs. So number 2. Now we're comparing idioms, now we're comparing grammar pairs. And the pairs are past simple versus present perfect. Okay, and again, we have a worksheet, and we're going to practice using these 2 patterns. And again, it'll be on my Patreon, not right now, but after we finish today, it will be up on my Patreon. Okay, so let's have a look at the worksheet here, and I'll explain everything for you. There's 2 pages. Okay, here we go, page 1. Okay, let me make it larger here. Okay, so we have the past simple versus present perfect. Okay, and past simple, we use it for an action that happened at a specific time in the past. Example, I visited Paris in 2020. Now, right, there's a time phrase, right? It happened in the past and it's finished, right? It happened in the past, It happened and it's finished. And usually there is a time phrase with it. For example, yesterday, last year, 2020, this morning, right? So it already happened and there is a date. There is a time phrase connected with the sentence, right? So our sentence, I visited Paris in 2020. So 2020 is our time phrase, and then visited, that's our past simple tense, right? And then present perfect, we use it for actions that happen at an unspecified time or that have relevance now. So example, I have visited Paris many times. Now, there's no time there. It happened, but we're not mentioning when it happened. It's just an experience you had, right? A lot of times we use the perfect for experience, right? So I have been to Paris many times, right? So we're not talking about one incident, one time, or a finished time, right? Just, oh, I have been there many times. It happened in the past, but we are not specifically mentioning a date. And also we're explaining our experience, and it's relevant to the topic at hand, right? Oh, we're talking about Paris, we're talking about France, or we're talking about traveling. We're talking about traveling. Oh, I went to France the other day. Oh, I have been to France many times, right? So it's the topic at hand, and you're just mentioning what you have accomplished, what you have done before, right? Your experience. And so we're using the present perfect. Okay, now we're gonna do some activities here. I'm gonna make it a little bit larger. So just real quick before we do the activities, so just remember there is a time phrase. And here, no time phrase. Right? For example, yesterday. Right? No time phrase. Okay? So, right? So we're using a time phrase with past simple. Yesterday, last week, I played badminton. And oh, I've played badminton many times. I have I have played badminton numerous times. Okay, so no time phrase, and like you're talking about experience. Okay, let's do the questions here, or the sentences. Okay, so fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb past simple or present perfect. So number one, my homework already. Okay, good, Helga. Oh, Angela. Angela, great. Mwah. Thank you, Angela. That would be great. That would be fantastic. Thank you so much. Mwah. Iman. Yeah, okay. Good sentence, Iman. Okay, yeah, Helga, good. So, number 1, I have finished my homework already. Okay, so number 1, I have finished my homework already, right? There's no time phrase. Okay, good, Charge. Okay, great. So number 2, she went to the gym yesterday, right? So number 2, we have yesterday, right? Time phrase. So we need to use this simple past. I went to the gym yesterday. Good. Number 3, that movie. Oh, thank you, Angela. Charge, they have never seen that movie. Yes. Good. So, number 3, they have never seen that movie. No time phrase. Good. Okay, 4. Yep. Good, Charge. So we met them at the party last weekend. That's right. So number 4, last weekend, it's a time phrase. So we use the past simple. So the sentence is, we met them at the party last weekend. Okay, Iman. Yes, he broke his leg 2 years ago. That is correct because we're using a time phrase. 2 years ago. He broke his leg 2 years ago. Simple past. Nice. Everyone's getting it, right? So the more examples we have, the more we can understand. And this isn't easy, right? When to use past simple and when to use present perfect, right? But you guys are doing great. This is not easy for a lot of people, right? It's a challenge for many people which to use. But you guys are doing great. Okay, Carlos. Okay, have a great day, Carlos. I understand. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for coming by. And my Dodgers, they're in a slump. The Dodgers are in a slump, Carlos. I just watched the game again this morning. The Dodgers are in a slump. Okay, here we go. Let's go to our next part here. Okay, here we go. Our third section. Which sentence is correct? So type A or B in the chat. So which sentence is correct? So we have 1A and 1B. 1A is, I have eaten lunch at noon yesterday. B, I ate lunch at noon yesterday. Which is correct? Okay, good, Helga. Good, Angela. Good, Charge. Yeah, so one, good, Katie. So one is B, right? Because we have yesterday. So what's good about this is you can hear the difference, right? So I'm going to read the two, and you know it's wrong, right? It doesn't sound natural. It sounds strange, right? When you misuse these two, right? If you don't use the past simple in the right way, or you don't use the present perfect in the right way, it's not right. It sounds strange, right? So I'll read the two again. You got it. So one is B, right? So 1A, I have eaten lunch at noon yesterday. That sounds strange. I have eaten lunch at noon yesterday. B is the correct answer, and this is this is the more natural and the correct way to say it. I ate lunch at noon yesterday. I ate noon. One more time. I ate lunch at noon yesterday. I ate lunch at noon yesterday. That's the way to use it. Okay, two, we have 2A, 2B. 2A, she has visited Japan last summer. She has visited Japan last summer. B, she visited Japan last summer. She visited Japan last summer. Which is the correct? Yeah, good, good, good. Okay, we have a time phrase, right? Last summer. So it must be the simple past. So it is she visited Japan last summer. So it's B, 2B. She visited Japan last summer. Last summer is our time phrase. Okay, good. 3. 3A, 3B. 3A. Have you ever tried sushi? Have you ever tried sushi? B. Did you ever try sushi last night? Did you ever try sushi last night? Is it A or B? Is it 3A or is it 3B? 3A, have you ever tried sushi? 3B, did you ever try sushi last night? And of course, it's 3A, have you ever tried sushi? Yeah, so good, good, good. So if you want to fix 3B, you would say, did you try sushi last night? Did you try? So the ever, you don't use the ever. Okay, good. Okay, so that was the first. We have one more here. Helga, yeah. So translation, that's a tricky thing. In teaching languages, there's different types of teaching techniques. There's different types of teaching methods. And an old method is the grammar translation method. And basically translating one language into another language. And it doesn't really work with spoken English or spoken language because languages are different. And if you are always translating, okay, this is how I say this in my language. Okay, now I'm just going to translate it, use the grammar, and then just change the words into English. It doesn't work, right? It might work for writing, right? A lot of, a long time ago, they would translate books and, businesses, right? So maybe there wasn't a lot of travel, right? Maybe before the airplane, when people travel by ship. And so if you're doing business in another country a long time ago, you didn't really need to maybe speak the language, but you needed to know like the laws and you wanted to sell books, right? And so that would work, right? But if you want spoken communication, if you want face-to-face communication, you can't really use the grammar translation. So you have to use more of like a communicative method to learn the language. And so it's always a problem when people try to translate their language directly into English, for example. And one thing, children learn quickly because they're not doing that, right? They're just, okay, this is what we say in English. This is, this is what we do in English. In this situation, you say this in English, right? In this situation, use this pattern and this vocabulary. And children go, okay. And then they do it, right? Where the older we get, we want to understand more. We want to question it. Why? In my language, the verb is last, but why is the verb first here? Or why is the subject not mentioned? Why is there no subject? Or why is there a subject? And so we start questioning, and that slows down communication. That slows down learning. So it's always, a struggle. It's always a challenge to not do that, right? As adults, we want to understand everything. We want to know why. And so, so let's not translate. Let's just practice it in English, right? Okay, let's get back to the worksheet here. Okay, so we're doing the second sheet now, right? Is this the one? No. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here's the next activity. Make it large. Okay, so part 4 here. Find the correct the mistake. Correct the mistake. Find the correct grammar mistake. Find and, sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Find and correct the grammar mistake. So what is wrong? And then fix it. Find the mistake and fix it. Okay, Iman. So Iman says, we changed gone to went. Good. So he went to the store an hour ago. Very good. Yeah, Helga, he went to the store an hour ago. Perfect. So find and correct the mistake. Yep, good. I have seen that movie already. Very good. So number 2, I have seen that. So we want to change saw to seen. I have seen that movie already. Good, Helga. Yeah, number 3, they didn't go to that party. Good. Good, Katie. Oh, okay, so Iman, it's going to be in 2019. Oh, wait. Okay, right. So we lived in Paris in 2019. So no have, because we have a time phrase. But you would have to change the, so for since, so you would say, oh, we have lived in Paris since. Okay, yeah, we have two, oh, good. There's two ways. We have lived in Paris since 2019. That's good. Or we lived in Paris in 2019. Yes. Yep. Very good. Very good. So there's two possibilities. There's two answers. We can leave the we have lived, right? We can leave the present perfect, but we can't use in. We'd have to use since. We have lived in Paris since 2019. And then because it started in the past and it's continuing now. Or if we want to put it into the past simple, we lived in Paris in 2019. Very good. Okay. Let's go. We have, oh, number 5. Sorry. We have one more here. Number 5. Sorry, didn't see that. Yeah, there you go. Good, Helga, number 5. Good, Mercy. Good charge. Kidding. Okay, good. You guys are great. So, have you ever eaten sushi? Perfect. Yeah, no, Angela. So, did is our past simple. So we don't use the past simple here. Yeah, we wouldn't use did here. If you said like yesterday, you could say, oh, did you eat sushi yesterday? Well, Iman, if you use did, then yeah, I mean, you can change you can change it, right? But you have to do a lot more changes, right? So for example, you would have to, there's no time phrase in the sentence, right? There's no time phrase. So you have to add time phrases to 5. There's no time phrase, so you can't use did, right? So in the sentence, there's no time phrase, so you can't use did. Good, Angela. Have you ever eaten sushi? That's good. Okay, good. Let's go to our next. Okay, here we go. It's your turn. Open practice. Write a sentence using the past simple. Write a sentence using the present perfect. What's something you've never done? What's something you did last weekend? Okay, so let's see, 4 sentences, okay? Everyone write 4 sentences. And 1 sentence, write a sentence using the past simple. 2, write a sentence using the present perfect. 3, write something you've never done. And 4, write something you did last weekend. Okay, can you guys write the number? Sorry, I didn't put that on the worksheet. I'm sorry. Please write the numbers. Are you doing sentence 1, 2, 3, and 4? So write the number, okay? So number 1 is write a sentence using the past simple. The number 2 is write a sentence using the present perfect. The number 3 is what's something you've never done. Number 4, what's something you did last weekend. So please write a number so I know which one you are doing. Okay, Helga, I fed my dove last night. Good. Iman, I ate chicken last night. Charge, I observed a shooting star last night. So we wouldn't use the, we would say a. I observed a shooting star last night. Good. Okay, Helga, number 2. I have never fed a lion yet. I have never fed a lion yet. Helga, number 3, I have never been to New York. Okay, Mercy, 1, I went to the store yesterday. Good. Angela, 1, I played soccer with my cousin yesterday. Good. Katie, I watched your video yesterday. Thank you, Katie. That's a great sentence. That's the best sentence. Iman, 2, I have eaten chicken for the 3rd time. Okay. Charge, he has cooked dinner for us. Good. Helga, 4, I visited my friend last weekend. Good. Iman, I have never ridden. Okay, write the sentence, Iman. And skydiving is been. So you would say been. I have never been skydiving. Good, Helga. I have never fed a lion yesterday. Very good. Okay, Charge. Done. We use been. I have never been scuba diving. Katie, 2, I have never written a book. Angela, I have, okay, number 2, write a sentence using the present perfect. I have watched a TV series about cops. Really recommended. Iman, I have never been skydiving. Good. Okay, I'm looking at the clock. Let's go 3 more minutes. Okay, so here is the stopwatch. Here's our kitchen timer, our timer, and I'm going to put 3 minutes there. It's 3 minutes. Write your sentences in the next 3 minutes, and then we still have our video dictation, so that takes time. So we have to change activities now because we still have video dictation, and there's like 5 steps. So it takes a little bit of time for the video dictation. Okay, so write your sentences. Okay, Iman. Last weekend, I went to the cinema. Good. Charge, I went to the theater last weekend. I have never gone swimming. Angela, gone. I have never gone swimming. I went to the theater too, like 2 weeks ago. I saw F1. That was really good. That was a good movie, F1. Okay, Angela, number 4. Last weekend, I went to my mom's birthday party. Very good. Angela, we want apostrophe S, possessive S, mom's birthday party. So the birthday party belongs to your mother. So M-O-M apostrophe S. Kadeen, I went shopping last weekend. Okay, we're about a minute and a half. Write your sentences. And then we have our video dictation. You need a pencil and paper. Okay, Mercy, I've never been to India. We want to. I've never been to India. Good. Okay, Ima, I have finished writing my sentences. Good. We have about 30 seconds. You like that sentence, huh, Iman? Iman's cracking himself up. He likes his joke. Good, Mercy. I've never been to India. Iman, if you keep cracking jokes, you'll be on thin ice. Okay, good. Okay, Iman, you're skating on thin ice. Be careful. Okay, good job. Okay, good, Angela. Okay, it's time for our next activity. That is dictation practice. Good, Iman. All right. Our third, last activity is video dictation. Number 3, right here. Number 3, video dictation. You need a pencil. You need paper. You will listen. I will read 8 sentences. You will write those sentences word for word. Yeah, that is our first activity. You'll be listening and writing. That is dictation. Then our second step is shadowing. I forgot. Shadowing. Listening and speaking. Listening and speaking. That's step 2. Shadow. Then you'll check your sentences, right? So you've written 8 sentences. Our third step, you'll check your sentences. Do your sentences match my sentences? Did you make a mistake? Check the sentence. Then we will review. No. Then we'll have a quiz. Sorry, quiz. Did you remember the sentences, right? It's easy to forget, difficult to remember. So you will see the picture, but not the sentence. So from the picture, do you remember the sentence? And then we will review all 8 together. Okay, so 5 steps here: dictation, shadowing, check sentences, quiz, review. And our topic is raise. And we will have a look at the different meanings of raise. Okay, good. Iman's got pencil and paper. That's good. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is our topic here. Raise means to lift, improve, increase, or bring up something. It can be used with ideas, emotions, money, hands, voices, standards, and more, right? Okay, so raise, we could use that a lot. Basically, lift. Let's raise our glasses, right? Let's have a toast. Raise your glasses, right? Improve. Let's raise the standards at this school. It means increase. Let's raise. We need to, you get a raise at work, right? Your salary will increase. If you get a raise at work, your salary will increase. Bring up. Oh, she raised another good idea, right? So she brought up at the meeting, she raised a good point. And it can be used with ideas, right? And right, I have a good idea. She raised a good point. Idea. Emotion. For example, he's angry. He's raising his voice. Or when he's angry, he's always raises his voice. When she's sad, okay, I don't know about sad, but like emotions, like raise your voice. When people raise their voice when they are angry, people raise their voice when they're upset, for example. Raise their hands. I'm angry. Raise your hands. Money, like we said, right? So at work, if you get a raise at work, you get more money. Raise your hand. Are you ready? If you're ready, raise your hand. Or if you're finished, raise your hand, actually. Raise your voice. Standards, right? So at the school, we have to raise the standards at school, make it more difficult. Okay, let's do it. So you need a pencil, you need paper. I will read the sentences twice. There are 8 sentences. I will read each sentence 2 times. You have to listen and write. That is our first activity, dictation. Okay, and I will be reading the sentences so I can't see the chat during. So for dictation, I can't see the chat. For shadowing, I can't see the chat. Oh, raise children. Yeah, bring up. That's right. Okay, I see the sentences, but not the chat. So I'm sorry about that. I can't see your comments right now. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Pencil and paper. Time. Get ready. Let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. They raised awareness. They raised awareness. She raised funds. She raised funds. He raised objections. He raised objections. We raised our voices. We raised our voices. I raised concerns. I raised concerns. She raised expectations. She raised expectations. We raised the volume. We raised the volume. I raised my hand. I raised my hand. Okay. That was dictation. I read each sentence twice, and you were writing those sentences, so let's check the box. Now it's time to say the sentences. You will see the picture, but not the sentence. So we will say the sentences 3 times together at the same time. Okay, here we go. Let's say the sentences. Let's shadow. Okay, here we go. They raised awareness. They raised awareness. They raised awareness. She raised funds. She raised funds. She raised funds. He raised objections. He raised objections. He raised objections. We raised our voices. We raised our voices. We raised our voices. I raised concerns. I raised concerns. I raised concerns. Oops. She raised expectations. She raised expectations. She raised expectations. We raised the volume. We raised the volume. We raised the volume. I raised my hand. I raised my hand. I raised my hand. Okay, good, good, good. I can now see the chat. Hey, Ava's here. Hi, Ava. Okay, shadow time. No, that was, we shadowed together. We said the sentences 3 times together. Let's check the box. Now, check your sentences. Do your sentences match my sentences? Let's check sentences. Look at your sentences. Look at my sentences. Do your sentences match my sentences? And if you got it right, shoot some hearts. Let us know how you did. Okay, yeah, Ava. Welcome, welcome, Ava. Okay, let's have a look at the sentences. Okay, good. They raised awareness. They raised awareness. When you raise awareness, you're making people, you want people to understand your cause. So a lot of people want to raise awareness to the homeless, or raise awareness of child abuse, right? Causes, things that we should be concerned about, right? Raise the awareness of the poor people, right? Raise awareness of war, right? Raise awareness of people suffering. Okay, good, good, good. So make people aware, make people understand. Raise awareness. Good, Kitty. Okay, good. Iman. Oh, Ava, it's okay. Yeah, Angela. Good, good, good. Number 2, she raised funds. She raised funds. So collect money. And maybe you have a project. You're working on something. Maybe you have a nonprofit organization and you need to raise funds, collect money so you can do something. So maybe you want to help people in poor countries. So you raise funds for those poor people. So you do car washes, you have food sales, you do promotions to collect money to help those people. Okay, Katie, fans, yeah, funds. Yeah, so that's it. I can see how that would be difficult for you to hear. Funds. Yeah, money. So she raised money, or we could say funds, right? So we use funds in this case, right? You're collecting money for a cause. You're collecting money for a program. So if you're collecting money for a program, or collecting money to help people, collecting money for a project, we say funds, not money. Funds. Yeah, she raised fund. You could say, oh, let's raise the fund, make it go up. You can say that. But here, funds. So in this situation, this is where a picture context is very important, right? So you know, like you're listening without context. It's a little more difficult, right? So context is a picture, right? And so what you see, it could be a story. You're reading a story and the words are building context. So you're able, while you're reading, you're able to see what's happening, right? You're able to see the story in your mind, right? Reading a book. If you go into a supermarket, you know the context. You can see everything around you. You could see food. You could see staff, right? You could see other people with shopping carts. That's context. So you see what's going on. You can see pictures, right? You could see live things. And a picture is the same way, right? So you see the picture. Oh, she's holding a sack of money. It is funds, right? Okay, when you were only listening, no words, no pictures, then it's more difficult, right? Like, is it fun? Is it funds? What's exactly? I can't hear all the letters. I can't hear the pronunciation, right? So pictures are important to understand the meaning. Okay. So he raised objections. He raised objections. So that is concerns, like worry about something. So he raised objections. So he thinks like maybe something's wrong. Like he's at work and they're talking about a new project. And he goes, wait. I don't think this is good. I don't think this is what we should do. So he's raising objections. So he is telling them, I don't agree. I object. I'm raising objections. I think this is the wrong thing to do. We raised our voices, right? So the volume goes up. Your voice volume goes up, right? So they're arguing, they're emotional, they're angry, they're raising their voices. It's getting louder. Their voices are getting louder. Anna, hello Anna. Good, Ava. Ava, you're getting it now. Okay, number 5. I raised concerns. I raised concerns. So, raising a concern, you're worried about something that shouldn't concern. Like, so I'm worried that something could go wrong. You know, I'm concerned, I'm raising concerns. If we're not careful, you know, he's skating on thin ice. If he keeps doing this, he might fall into the lake. So I'm raising concerns. Like, you know, the lake is, the ice is very thin. There's no one there to help people. So I'm raising concerns of letting people skate on the lake, ice skate on the frozen lake. I'm raising concerns. I'm worried that people can get injured. I'm worried that people could fall into the lake. I'm worried that people will be injured. I'm worried that people can get killed. So I'm raising concerns. I'm worried about this situation. Okay, good. 5. Good, Ava. Everyone's doing good. Okay, so 6. She raised expectations. She raised expectations. So expectation is this should happen. I expect it to happen. So she's raising expectations. So if we start the new program, we should have a manager. We should raise the standards. We should have more people working here. So expectations. So she is raising. These are our goals. We expect this to happen, right? So these expectations. So when we are doing a new project, we have to expect these things to happen, right? So maybe even bad things. Like I'm raising expectations. So if this project proceeds, if we do this new project, if we do this new, if we open a new store, we have to expect that people will want low prices. We have to expect people will want good service. We have to expect people want new improved items in the store. They expect long hours, right? So she's raising these expectations. If we open this new store, we have to have these things finished, done before we open the store. So expectations. Yeah, so thank you, Ava. Ava says difficult words. So these are short sentences, but difficult words. So I'm the last few video dictations, maybe you've noticed this, right? The sentences are shorter, but we're using more difficult vocabulary. So I'm shortening the sentences, but using more difficult vocabulary. Okay, so we're going to be doing this for the next few weeks. I'm making the sentences shorter, but vocabulary more. I'm raising the difficulty of vocabulary, okay? Okay, 7, we raised the volume. We raised the volume, right? Turn it up. The music is louder. The sound is louder. So the sound is going up. Okay, we have one more. Number 8. And number 8, I raised my hand, so your hand goes up. Raise your hand if you are finished. Raise your hand if you have questions. Raise your hand if you don't understand. Raise your hand. Okay, so I raised my hand. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay. Good, Ava. Okay, that was, we checked the sentences. What's going on here? Okay, so we checked the sentences. So let's check the box. Now it's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz. So you will see a picture, but not the sentence. So you have to write the sentence in the chat. You will see a picture. From the picture, write the sentence. Do you remember the sentence? Okay, hold on. What's going on? Hold on, there's computer problems happening right now. Hold on, sorry. Okay, I think we're good now. Hold on, I'm sorry. The computer is like going weird right now. Okay. Here we go. Okay, it's quiz time. You'll see the picture and then write this sentence. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, there's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, good, everyone. Okay, yeah, you guys got it. Yep, good, good. They raised awareness. All right, here we go. Number 2, the second. We have 4 for the quiz. Okay, here we go. There's the second one. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence in the chat. Okay, good, Helga. Good, Iman. Katie. Charge. Katie. All right, Ava. Mercy. Yeah, nice. Okay, here it is. You guys got it. Yeah, she raised funds. Very good. A big bag. She raised a big bag of money. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Our third one. Okay, there's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence. There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence. Good, good, good. Good, good. All right, Ava, nice. Okay, yep, no problem. No problem. Okay, there's the sentence. We raised our voices. We raised our voices. We were screaming. Okay, here we go. One more, everyone. One more. There you go. There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Write the sentence. There's the picture. Write the sentence. Okay, there we go. Helga, Katie. Katie, Mercy, Ava. Okay, let's check the sentence. Good, Iman. Yep, you got it. We raise the volume. We raise the volume. Turn it up. Turn it up. Okay, great. Okay, that was the quiz. Let's check the box. Now we are going to review all 8 sentences. We're going to say the sentences together. I agree, Ava. Great job, everyone. Okay, let's review. Let's say all the sentences together. Here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. They raised awareness. She raised funds. He raised objections. We raised our voices. I raised concerns. She raised expectations. We raised the volume. I raised my hand. All right, nicely done. That was our video dictation. The topic was raise. Raise your hand. Raise your voice. Raise funds. Raise concerns. Raise expectations. Raise awareness. Raise displeasure. I don't know. Okay, great. All right. That was video dictation. Now we have one more thing to do. That is a quiz. Yes, we have a quiz in the chat. On top of the chat, there's a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. Choose the best word for the sentence. All right, so top of the chat, there's a white box. Let's check it out. Okay, are you ready for the quiz? Yeah, okay, let's do it. The sentence is, he works as a, he builds houses and office buildings. He works as a, he builds houses and office buildings. Choose the best word. Is it pilot? Is it artist? Is it construction worker? Is it baker? Does the sentence go like this? He works as a pilot. He builds houses and office buildings. He works as an artist. He builds houses and office buildings. He works as a construction worker. He builds houses and office buildings. He works as a baker. He builds houses and office buildings. Pilot, artist, construction worker, baker. Choose the best word. Good luck. Okay, great. Yes, good, Iman. It is construction worker. He works as a construction worker. He builds houses and office buildings. Helga, yes. Katie, yes. Katie, yes. Charge, yes. Ava, that is correct. A construction worker. Like my son-in-law, John. All right, John. Hello, John. John, don't stop. John, don't stop building houses and office buildings. We need you. We need your expertise. We need your construction dedication. Okay, yeah, good, Mercy. Yes, Katie. Oh, Katie. Thank you, Katie. Mwah. All right, we are finished. Good job, everyone. And I will be back tomorrow for our premiere video. Every Friday night, 10 p.m. Japan time, we watch a collection of 5 videos and we chat together. We practice making sentences together. We watch 5 videos and chat and practice English. Yes, that is tomorrow night. Today's Thursday here in Japan. Friday night, 10 p.m. Premiere video. Okay, and so it's a live chat. Okay, so it's Friday, 10 p.m. tomorrow. Check your time versus Japan, right? So I'm in Japan. This is 10 p.m. Japan time. So what time is it in your country at 10 p.m.? If you can come, let's chat together. Let's practice English together. Let's make sentences together. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. And I will be back on Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday. Yeah, today's Thursday, and our next class is Sunday, this time, 10 a.m. And of course, Tuesdays, 5 p.m. And worksheets and many more activities on my Patreon. Go there, support me there so I can support you here. Also, the green team, become part of the green team. You see Ava. Carlos was here. Carlos and Ava, they are both sponsors of the channel. They're on the green team. They support me. I support them. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. And Amazon.com, my books. And I will be back tomorrow night. Premiere video, live chat. I hope to see you then. And of course, on Sunday. And come every day to my channel for activities, for live classes, for shorts, for VODs, video on demand. So all kinds of, every day I upload videos and material for you. Okay, so thank you so much, and I will see you on Friday. Until then, take it easy. Love and peace to you and your family. Smile when you smile. You're happy, and happiness is very, very important. And by smiling, you are passing your happiness to other people, because when you smile, they smile. So smile, be safe, stay healthy. Let's count down and say goodbye together. Oh, okay. Okay, Ava. So Ava will not be here on Friday for our live chat. She's visiting her father. She's usually here with us on our Friday live chat. I understand, Ava. Say hello to your father for me, okay? Tell your father that my father is still doing well, right? My father is 91 and he's doing great. I know your father is about the same age. He's doing great too. So please say hello to your father from me and my father. Okay, good, good, good. All right, we are counting down and saying goodbye together. Here we go. Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks so much, everyone. Love and peace. Smile. Be safe. Stay healthy. And I will see you soon, okay? Take it easy. Bye. Thank you.